Welcome to the Calculus, a collection of microlectures, video lessons, and sample exercises. Let's have a short definition and the notation for the limit of a function. The limit of a function is a unique real value that given function will approach to if the variable present in a given function approaches a certain constant. Let's try to consider this function here, function of x. Of course, it has a single variable x. If this x will approach to a certain constant c, the result for the given function will be the limit of that function denoted as L. The notation used for this is presented in this manner. We have the limit of the function f of x as x approaches the certain constant c is equal to L. This is read as the limit of f of x as x approaches c is equal to L. Again, that L is the unique real value that our function f of x will approach to as the variable found in our function, which is x, approaches a certain constant c. Let us have sample illustrations here given three different functions, and we are also going to talk about the possibilities on the differences of the result if the functions are written differently. Of course, let us have f of x here. Let's say we have here 2x. Let's have another function, g of x, being, let's say, 2x minus 1. And let us have another function, h of x. Let's say, x squared plus 2x minus 1. And let us have the constant, or x approaches a certain constant, let's say, 3. If we are going to have the notation for the first function, we will have this form, the limit of our f of x, which is 2x, as x approaches to 3 equal to a little later to something L. We will not be showing the result in the meantime because we will have more examples as to that, but this is how we denote the limit of the function f of x as x approaches a certain constant 3. Now, let's have g of x. Okay? If you are notating the entire, or if you are telling us the limit of the entire function, this is how it should be written. The limit of the entire function 2x minus 1 as x approaches 3. It's very essential to enclose this in a parenthesis because this is very different if you have here the limit of 2x minus 1 as x approaches 3. Now, if you're going to compute this later after all the sessions here, you might find out that these two have the same results. But if you are going to talk about illustrations, this means we're taking the limit of the entire function here. But in this second, we're just taking the limit of the first term, and whatever will be the result of that, let's say L sub 1, will be subtracted with 1 to compute for the entire expression. Now again, this might have the same result. That's why I have here h of x to illustrate it further. If you have this form, the limit of x squared plus 2x minus 1 as x approaches 3, this only means that you are solving for the limit of the first term alone. You're not including the second term nor the third term. You're just solving for the limit of x squared as x approaches to 3, then you add 2x, then you subtract 1. If you are telling us that it's in the entire function h of x, the correct notation would be including a parenthesis. So this is how we show a little illustration on how we write limits together with their corresponding functions. We will have a lot of illustrations for this in the next few videos. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now!